Hello! So I'm here to finally do my hospital bag and my labour bag, which I have been promising to show since I was 28 weeks pregnant, and I am now 7 weeks postpartum. But I actually think it's going to be way better for everyone to see what I had planned on bringing, what I brought, and what I absolutely didn't need, and what were essentials. So I'm going to start, and I have a list of everything that I brought. I have my bag here. I haven't unpacked. Yes, it's been 7 weeks, because I have been planning on doing this video the whole time, and I was like, well, I'll just leave everything in the bag. Turns out with a newborn, you can't get much done. So yeah, there's that. Some of the stuff I've just thrown back in as well, because I just think it's easier to see things, and when you're watching a video you want to see things instead of hearing me just talk constantly. So anyway, I'm going to start with the labour bag. So first of all, the bag that I brought for my labour bag, it was from Suzanne. Now I bought this so that it would be my changing bag. It's massive. I will never be able to use this as a changing bag. It's fully a weekend bag. I absolutely love it. It was perfect for my labour bag because I ended up being in labour, well, I was in labour for 50 hours, but I was in the hospital for a good, I would say 15, 16 hours in the pre-labour ward. So, or is that what it's called? I don't even know. So I had this bag with me, so I actually did use a lot of the stuff. So in your labour bag, you kind of need things for your labour, because you don't know how long you're going to be in there for. And you also need everything for when you're in the delivery room as well. So that's for the actual like established labour, and then also your outfits and stuff for after the labour. So when we went into the delivery suite, the first thing the midwife asked Jonathan to do was to take out the baby's clothes. So I had the baby's clothes in these little pouches. I got them on Amazon, and I had a newborn outfit, and then I had a 0 to 3 months because I didn't know what size the baby was going to be. And then in that I made a little list here. I had a nappy, a vest, a baby grow, a hat, and I had a hairband because I thought I was going to put a hairband on my baby straight away. Like gas. I had put all of those things into a sandwich bag and then into this. I put this sticker on it because I wanted Jonathan to know what was in the bag. So all of the bags that I had, all of them had stickers with what was inside. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the birth, and so just in case I had a C-section, anything like that, I wanted him to be able to know straight away what was in the bags, and it would just be quicker for him to pass stuff to me. So that was the first thing that I had, and they were really, really handy. So like I said, a nappy, a vest, a baby grow, and a hat. They're the main things that you need for the baby when they're just born. So in the labour bag, I had those. Okay, so the next thing that I had was a gown. So this is from Me Mama Bee Maternity Ireland. They actually sent this to me, and it is a gown to wear when you're giving birth, basically. And I loved it. It was so nice. I felt like I was kind of dressed up, and it was really soft. There's poppers on it so you can breastfeed and everything after. Really, really handy. And I have this washed and ready to go for, I don't know, wearing to, or else we were gonna maybe make something out of it. I don't know. Listen, it's washed. That's all you need to know. So then after that, I have a nightgown. This is just from Penneys. This is old. I've had this a long time. I didn't use this, and the reason being was I barely got up when after I had the baby. I just got up to go to the bathroom, and I really did not care how I looked. It was so hot in there that I didn't need to wear the gown. I only really had the gown because if you have a C-section, they put you in one of those gowns and there's no back to it. Actually, I was in one of those anyway, because I ended up going to theatre, but I didn't have a C-section in the end. I still didn't use it. If I was to have to pack all of this again for round 2 down the line, I would still bring a gown. I just think it probably is a good thing to have. I also think that because it was kind of warm and more like the summer months, I wasn't really wearing it, but in the winter, maybe you would, I don't know. Okay, here is my water bottle. I got this in Dunnes. It was €3. It's one of these ones that just pops up, and it was probably the best thing I've bought. Genuinely. So I used this the whole time I was in labour. Then when I went to the delivery suite, Jonathan was just holding it while I was drinking. And then the whole time afterwards on the ward, I was using this. They'd give you a jug of water. I just poured into this. Jonathan would top it up whenever he was in. And I literally go to bed with this every night. I drink so much more water now because of it. This is going to be like a staple in my life from now on. It's unbelievable. If you're breastfeeding as well, it's really important to drink a lot of water, apparently. I just heard that, and so I did. I didn't look into it, but I can imagine it is important. And so it's so handy at night when you are feeding to just have this. Even if you're not breastfeeding and you're just feeding at night, it's just handy to have this water bottle. Would highly recommend. Dunnes, €3. In my labour bag, a TENS machine. I had a TENS machine in my bag. I didn't use it. I don't know why. My friend told me that she had a TENS machine. She didn't use it. She didn't know why. She said to me, use it. I didn't use it. I probably wouldn't bother with the TENS machine just because I survived without it. But loads of people say that it is amazing, so it's up to you. I also borrowed my TENS machine. I didn't pay for it, so maybe if I had paid for it, I would have used it. I don't know. Okay, the next thing is a bin bag. So for the labour bag, that is important because, you know, there's just going to be stuff that you're going to want to throw out. Underwear. Yeah, pretty much underwear. I had a bin bag, and then I had another bag for Jonathan to like bring home for like washing. So say the gown went in that, and then I had like a bin bag that was just like underwear or whatever to just throw out. A tech bag. This is my tech bag. I have had this from work because I'm cabin crew. I have a lot of these kind of things, packing cubes, all that sort of stuff. So I would tend to be quite organised for flying and whatever. So I had this, it just has 2 little zips, and I had in it an extra long phone charger. I had a charger that would charge a fan that I brought, that would charge, what else did I need charging? My lights and my sound machine. I also had a portable charger, and I put that in as well, and then just a plug for your USB. Just important to kind of have the extra long charger is very important. The plug in the rotunda anyway was up above my head, so the extra long I did need just to be able to like have it on the bed and stuff. A normal one probably would have done, but you wouldn't have been able to use it. So I will say I had a lot of the stuff plugged into my portable charger for the first night at least. It was amazing. It was so handy to just have that. So I would recommend bringing a portable charger. And some people do bring extension leads. I didn't feel like I needed it, but if you don't have a portable charger, then yeah, maybe you could. So that was very handy. Also very handy to just have everything together. Again, I was able to say to Jonathan, get that purple bag, that's all my cables, and he was able to like hook everything up before he left. So once I got into my room that I was going to be in, well, not room, my little cubicle that I was going to be in for the next 2 days, 3 days, he just kind of set everything up for me. Something I didn't know that I think is important to know is in the rotunda anyway, I was public, so I was in a public ward. You have your bed, and then you do have a bedside locker, and then you have the kind of bed that the baby's in, the like, I don't know what you would even call that, like the bassinet thing, and that has 2 doors as well. So there is room to take stuff out and put stuff out so that it's to hand, because I wasn't aware of what the setup was going to be like. Perineum bottle. I had this in my labour bag. I didn't need it for my labour bag at all. If you don't know what it is, it's if you have stitches, you fill it with water, turn it upside down, and you squeeze it and it cleans you, so that you are avoiding any infections. It's really, really handy. I would say it's an essential to have for after, but I did not need it for the labour bag. In fact, I didn't use it in the hospital at all. They make you go to the toilet to pee, and you have to like pee a certain amount into a jug, and that's to show that like everything is working or whatever. But I wasn't really going to the toilet that often, if I'm being honest, so I didn't need this, but could be a good thing to have just in case. I would buy it to have at home, but if you want to bring it to the hospital, you could. Next thing in the labour bag, soothers. I didn't use these, but I have heard that soothers are good, because if the baby needs to go, say, to the NICU and you're not there, the soothers are obviously really good for them to just kind of have something, and I would imagine having it in the labour bag at that point is a good thing. So I would recommend having soothers if you are planning on giving soothers to your baby. Personal opinion. It's, you know, up to yourself. Okay, the next thing, my fan. You probably think I'm being ridiculous. Oh, it's still charged. Lovely. I had this for my labour bag. I didn't use it for labour, but I think if you're going to buy one of these to have for the hospital or whatever, put it in your labour bag, because I mean, you could be in there for hours, you could be really warm. I just personally didn't need it, but when I was in the ward afterwards with Indy, I used this a lot. This one comes with a stand as well, so I had it like on the table, just like on, fanning myself, because it is so warm in the hospital, so warm. So I highly recommend the fan. I used that. Headphones. I used the Samsung Galaxy Buds. I actually have an iPhone, but they connect because it's Bluetooth. If you've tiny ears, these are perfect. They're the only headphones that fit in my ears, but they were a godsend. Did I need it for the labour bag? Yes. I was watching Schitt's Creek the whole time that Jonathan wasn't there. He was only in for 4 hours. So I would definitely say have headphones so that you can watch something, even if you're just watching like Instagram stories or whatever. There were people on either side of me, so I didn't want to be too loud. So bring headphones. So snacks are very important, because you don't know how long you're going to be in there. There will be like a shop that you can get your partner to pick stuff up from downstairs, but I brought in lollipops. I had a dilute thing for water. I didn't use that. Percy Pigs. I had a lot of jellies. I actually didn't have anything of like substance. So I don't know what I would recommend. I suppose that's like a personal preference, but like bars, stuff like that. I ended up getting mini fingers, the Cadbury's mini fingers, and I ate every single packet of them. Loved them. Okay, hairband. I had these hairbands. They're from ASOS and I love them. They come in a 2-pack. Can't remember how much they are. You get it in grey and in black. I didn't actually use it for labour. I just had my hair tied up with a bobbin. So up to you. I would still pack them for next time. So a towel, I had that in my labour bag. I didn't use it for the labour. I don't know if maybe different births you might. Like I said, I ended up going down to theatre, so I don't know if I had stayed in the normal ward or delivery suite, would I have needed to be washed in then? Maybe, I don't know. I'd probably bring a towel again in my labour bag, to be honest, just to be on the safe side. A face cloth, didn't use it. Would I bring it again? Probably, but I brought it because I was thinking if I'm sweating, if I want to be like cooled down or whatever. Actually, I was getting sick at one point towards the end, and if I had have kind of remembered I had the face cloth, maybe I would have used it, though there was a lot going on. I don't know. Yeah, I'd bring it again. Slippers, I can't even remember if the slippers, I put the slippers on. I did put the slippers on in the prenatal ward. I had my slippers on, and when I went to the delivery suite, I was wearing my slippers. I would recommend having your slippers. Any bit of comfort is delightful. Flip-flops I had. I can't remember if I wore the flip-flops or the slippers afterwards. It was all a lot at the end, and I really can't remember. All I know is they give you compression socks, and I ended up wearing them the whole time I was in the hospital. So all I did end up wearing were the slippers. So if I did wear the flip-flops, I don't remember wearing them after birth, but I certainly didn't wear them once I got into the post-labour ward, if that helps. A speaker, I don't know where I was going thinking I was going to need a speaker, but will I bring one again? Maybe. I was in the delivery suite for a good bit, but I just didn't feel the need to put any music or anything on, but I know that a lot of people find it really calming, so up to you. I didn't use it. Lavender spray, didn't use. Probably wouldn't bring that again, to be honest. Lip balm, I used. I really felt like my lips were dry, and I used my lip balm quite a bit, so I would definitely bring that. And a face spritz I used as well, only once or twice, but it was nice and just relaxing, cooling, so I probably would recommend a face spritz. And then I have in my labour bag knickers, a PJs and a nightie. So I just want to show you, for after the birth, I was planning on wearing these. So they are the Boutique Discreet in the medium. I don't know where I was going thinking I was a medium. The poor midwife after, I was like, oh, I have these to put on. And she was like, oh, great. So she went to put them on me, and like, I was like, oh, like, it's not going to work. And she was like, no, they'll go up. And I was like, I don't think they will. They got up and pretty much cut the circulation straight away, so I had to take them off. I should have gotten the large. If I had gotten the large, I would have used them loads. I know my friends have used these and have loved them, and after the pregnancy, after the birth at home, used them for weeks, so they are really good. I just got the wrong size, and then I just wasn't bothered, so I never repurchased them in the large size. So I would definitely recommend these. Also the green pads, I can't remember what they're called, but they're thick green pads, maternity pads. You can get them in chemists. They're brilliant. They don't actually have any like stickiness to like attach to your underwear or anything. They're just pads the whole way through, and they're fantastic. That's what I used, and it's what I used for probably 2.5 to 3 weeks after the birth, I would say. So I had those. So for myself, I had these. They obviously didn't fit me, so then I had H&M knickers. They were the H&M Mama knickers. I haven't seen them back in stock because I've actually been trying to buy them for just like postpartum to wear because they're really comfy. But I got these in Marks and Spencer's, and I would highly recommend them. So this is them here. They come in a 3-pack, And now these are a size 12 because I would be a size 12 now, but for the birth, if I was buying these for the hospital, I probably would have gotten what would have fit my bum. I also had knickers from Pennies, and I got an extra large, and they did the job as well. These are the Flexi Fit Full Brief from Marks and Spencer's, and they're €23. So I would recommend them. So for your labour bag, you need some sort of knickers, either the disposable knickers there, which are the Always Discreet, or like a normal pair of knickers, and then the pads to go with it. I would still probably wear the pads with the Discreet. They're essentially nappies. I would still probably wear the pads. You do bleed a lot, so I would have both. And then just have your pajamas or a nightie, whatever you want to get into. I don't know if some people do get changed in the delivery suite. Like I said, I ended up in theatre, so I was in a gown and stuff, and when I went to the ward they changed me. I don't know if that's standard. I'm not really sure. So just something to bear in mind. I would just keep it in your labour bag to have. And I actually had everything in another one of these, and it was called My Clothes. And in it, I had a sticker, but it's fallen off. I just had a sticker for Jonathan that said everything that was in there. My tech bag, there was a sticker. My toiletries bag, there was a sticker. I really did have a sticker for everything, so he could read it. My bag that had the fan, the facial spritz, the lip balm, that all had a sticker as well, so he could just find things. So that is the labour bag. We're going to go on to the hospital bag. It's a lot, guys, but listen. Okay, so the hospital bag. First thing, again, I had these disposables. I didn't use them. Would I recommend them? Yes, but get your correct size. I should have gotten the large. I think they go up to like XXL, not 100%. Then after that, the green pads. So I had brought in 2 packs of the green pads, and I used them all. They have more pads for you in the hospital, so I wouldn't stress too much on making sure that you bring enough of the green pads, because they'll have them for you, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then your large knickers, you know, as many as you want to bring in. I didn't feel like I leaked, but some people might. I don't know. Everyone is gonna be different in that region, and it depends as well if you had a C-section or whatever. And so yeah, bring as many large knickers as you want, girls. PJs, I brought a nightgown, didn't use. I never wear a nightgown. I shouldn't have brought a nightgown. If you don't wear them, don't bother. Only have a gown for your labour, and then wear whatever you want. I brought long PJs that were cozy and comfy. I didn't wear them. It was so hot. Like, I can't describe how hot it was. So wouldn't have brought them. I brought 2 pairs of shorts that I got in Pennies. I think they were €3, and they were a godsend. They were the best things ever. Still wear them now. And I would highly recommend those. And then I would recommend just breastfeeding string tops or whatever. Pennies have a great range of breastfeeding tops at the moment, so I would go in and just pick up those. I would be getting something like short sleeved. Like, it is so warm, I can't describe it. Okay, an eye mask. This is probably the best thing that I brought. I didn't get any sleep, but it was just nice to fool myself into thinking that maybe I was going to. I have this eye mask. It's from Lunia. I love it so much. It's nice and big. It goes over your ears. There's a little, I'll just do this so you can kind of see. There's a little slit here for your nose. It really covers your whole face. It's gorgeous. Silk, so it's meant to be like good for your skin or whatever, but I wore this all the time because you're just desperate for sleep, and so it just knocks out any bit of light. So I would highly recommend bringing an eye mask for yourself. Socks, I had brought fluffy socks. I didn't actually use any of them because I had the compression socks on the whole time. I didn't bother wearing any other socks, so it's up to you if you think you'll need them. I had them for the going home outfit, but that was it. Actually, I didn't have them for the going home outfit. I wore the compression socks home as well. I don't ever remember taking the compression socks off, but I obviously did. I don't know. Going home outfit, I wore, oh my god, I wore tracksuit bottoms. I had a pair of Topshop grey tracksuit bottoms that I'm still wearing. They are maternity and they are so comfortable. I wore those and just a pretty little thing maternity t-shirt, and I had a cardigan. I would not be going home dressy. That's just me personally. I never was planning on. I wanted to just be comfy. I had my runners, my like Nikes, my feet just about fit into them. I was so swollen. I was swollen for probably 2 weeks. So I would just say wear something comfy, but it's up to you. That's what I wore anyway. A towel, yeah, you'll use a towel in your hospital bag. Toiletries, so I had, you know, deodorant, shower gel. I had them come over and do like a body wash for me after I got into the post-labour ward, and so I had given them my shower gel, and I can't even remember what else they used that. So definitely have it with you, and then for when you're going for showers in there. Breast pads. These are the Lanaso or whatever that brand is. Probably the biggest waste of money ever. I haven't used any of these. I wouldn't bother bringing breast pads because your milk doesn't really come in when you're in the hospital, so you're not going to be leaking. To be honest, I didn't leak for probably a week and a half. I didn't need any form of breast pads. I wouldn't bother getting these. And if you are leaking, I'm sure these are good, but there's better ones. I got ones on Amazon and I love them. I wouldn't bring these in a hospital or labour bag. Forget about it. Okay, spritz for bits. I didn't use it in the hospital at all. Probably a nice thing to know that you have. I don't think I would bring it again, but I 100% would buy it again for post-birth. I just would leave it at home. I just didn't use it in the hospital, but it's fantastic. Maternity mattress. So these are like maternity mats. I got them in Boots. This packaging I know has all been discontinued. I still think they do them, but basically they look like this, and they're just like one big pad, but like for the bed. I didn't use them. They have something like this on the bed in the hospital, and so it's just a waste of time. Now I'm actually using these on the changing table because sometimes I'll let Indy just kick free with no nappy or anything, and so I am using them just to like use them up, and they're actually quite handy, but don't need them for either of these bags. A pillow. I brought a nursing pillow. Loved it. Used it when I was nursing her the whole time in there. I also used it then to just kind of lie back and try and get some sleep, which didn't happen. But I would highly recommend bringing in a nursing pillow. A normal pillow, people say to bring in. I didn't bring in a normal pillow. Up to you. You're like, I didn't sleep in there. Okay. Ice packs. So I didn't use these in there. This is them. They're called First Days Maternity Supplies Instant Cold Pack. So basically you twist this and it activates the like coldness, and then you peel it off, stick it to your knickers, and it just eases any burning or anything that you might have in that area. I didn't need to use it while I was in the hospital. When I came home after a few days, I did try to use them. They were so cold, they actually felt like they were burning me. So I personally didn't enjoy them, but I've seen loads of people really recommend them. So up to you, do your research and see what you think. I got them on Amazon and they weren't that expensive, and I I think I had 6. Did I buy a pack of 6 or did I buy them individually? I don't know, but up to you. I won't be getting them again. Makeup. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wash my face in there. But would I bring it again? Yes, because I do tend to always do my makeup. I just didn't bother. If I had visitors, maybe I would have, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't use my makeup. A bin bag, very handy. Probably would have brought a few extra, maybe like a small little roll of bags, because you just have a lot of rubbish, things you want to throw out. Then I also had like a Centra bag that I put stuff in, like Indy's change of clothes and stuff, all her dirty stuff, any of my like pajamas that I wanted washing, and I gave those to Jonathan the evenings when he was going home. What else did I have? Oh, I'm really surprised I didn't put these down. Right, so white noise machine. Brilliant. I brought it with me. I've been using it every day since, but it's just handy to put in the little cot when she was sleeping. It is quite noisy in the ward, so I thought that this kind of helped her relax, and I really liked it. Would definitely bring it again. And this Vava nightlight. This is it here. You tap it and it turns on and off. It's fantastic. This was really handy because they turn the lights off at a certain time, and so when you're feeding during the night or whatever, it's just nice to be able to turn this on. And yeah, I loved it because I didn't want to use the main light that I had over my bed because it would be too bright. So this was fantastic. Then what else do we have? Oh, I forgot to mention pajamas. I would just say tops in general. So you're wearing your pajamas the whole time you're in there. If you're bottle feeding, then just wear whatever you want, because you don't need like access to the boob. If you're breastfeeding, like I said, the Pennies nursing tops, H&M do great nursing tops, and Pretty Little Thing have a gorgeous mama set, and that's actually what I wore. It's like I had a pink one and a black one, loved them, still wear them, very handy. So then onto the baby stuff. So I don't have any of the baby stuff here because I've been using everything, so I'm just going to call out what I have. So I brought with me 6 vests for the baby. I brought 3 and 3, so I had 3 newborn and 3 0 to 3 months. To be honest, the 0 to 3 months are going to fit the newborn. Like, they might be a bit big, but it's not the end of the world. But if you wanted, you could bring less and then get your partner to bring in more when they're coming back in, once you know the size. So I did have a few things left in this room for him to pick if we needed them, but we didn't need them. So 6 vests, 4 baby grows, 2 hats, 6 bibs. Listen, I don't even use bibs now. You don't really need to be using bibs straight away. I shouldn't have brought in any. I think it's too soon. I really don't think you need them for the hospital. Personally, anyway. A swaddle. I brought in a swaddle because I had like such visions of me doing a mini photo shoot in the hospital. Like, was I smoking crack? Just, I couldn't get out of the bed. So like, obviously I didn't use that. Muslins. I would highly recommend muslins. I said 2. I can't remember how many I brought, but I would bring muslins, and I would probably bring more than 2. I would bring 4 to 6. Yeah. Bird cloths. I love the copper pearl bird cloths. They're fantastic. The quality is amazing. And I have 3 here. It's probably enough. And they come in a pack of 3 as well. So yeah. Socks for the baby. I didn't have her in socks because all of the baby grows I had her in had little footies. So looking back, I wouldn't have brought socks. Wasn't really thinking. Oh, I actually had a little outfit for her that were leggings. I haven't really put her in outfits until she was like around 5 weeks. I've just had her in baby grows the whole time because these zip baby grows are life-changing. So Pampers, full pack of Pampers, you need them. Wet wipes, I would bring a full pack of wet wipes. They're meant to be the best ones for the meconium. I didn't try anything else, so I can't really say, but apparently wet wipes are the best for getting that off, because it is literally like tar, so it's really hard to get off the skin. So yeah, I would bring them. Sudocrem, I had it in the changing bag, right? So that's why it was there. You don't need it, but I probably would bring it again because it would have been in the changing bag ready to go. Up to you, but like, they're so new, I don't think you would need it. A soother in the hospital bag. I did give her a soother once she was in the labour or the post-delivery ward. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but I did give her a soother. I wanted to try and give her everything in the first week so she was used to everything, and she did take a soother when she was in there, so that was perfect. A towel for her. They come over and they help you bath her. That was day 2 they did that, so we had a little hooded towel for her. A blanket. I brought 2 cellular blankets with me, didn't use any of them. They give you a blanket, they swaddle her, they do whatever, and I used that blanket the whole time I was there. Next time I'm bringing no blankets, I wouldn't bother. Nappy bags are actually essential, I would say, because it's nice to just put the nappy into the bag and then put it into one of your bin bags. I mean, you don't need them, but yeah, I had them, I liked them. And then a changing bag. So like I said, I put everything in the changing bag, and then I just had it in her cot in the doors, and every time I needed to change her, it was just there, and it was very handy. But that's everything. That is everything. There's nothing that I would say absolutely avoid. I think as well, if I have mentioned something that I say you don't need, like if you want it, bring it, and whatever size bag you want, bring. I had that huge bag for the labour bag. You don't need it to be that size, but just bring whatever you want, because especially in labour, you want to have all of the stuff that you think is going to make you comfortable. You don't know how long you're going to be in labour for. And then I just had a wheelie bag for the hospital bag. And one last thing that I will say just on the slippers is make sure that they're slip-on slippers, because like I said, your feet will be swollen, so I wouldn't be getting like the shoe type slippers. I actually have Ugg slippers and I've only been able to wear them this week, so it took me 6 weeks for my feet to fully go down and for me to be able to fit back into them. So that's just a little tip for you. So I hope this was helpful. I will link everything down below, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment. If you've anything that was really helpful for you, leave it in a comment down below, because it might be really helpful for somebody else. I'm trying to think, did I leave anything out? I did bring a hairbrush. I didn't brush my hair for days after having Indy, so I would say if you're feeling optimistic, pop it in. But I wouldn't be stressing over forgetting a hairbrush. So yeah, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's been helpful, and thanks for watching. Bye.